Ron P, WiseGuyBets here with some value picks for today's NBA main slate. We have 13 games on the slate. A lot of value out there you can find. Here are 5 value picks that I think you can put in your lineups to help your lineups be better than good, help your lineups be great. I'm giving you 2 guards, 2 forwards, 1 center, and we're going to get right into it and look at the point guard position. We're going to look at Jordan Clarkson for Utah. He's 5,900 on DraftKings. His projection is 33 for the night. He is starting tonight. Houston is 28th against the point guard position. Clarkson gives us 0.95 fantasy points per minute. His minute projection for the night is 31. His last 3 versus Houston has been 31, 33, and 31. And so he has great success against Houston. Let's look at his last 5 games. He gave us 11 fantasy points over 24 minutes, 33 over 27, 30 over 34, 30 over 28, and 24 over 28. I think his increase in minutes is going to help him tonight. Plus going against a bad team, a bad defense. So I like Clarkson at the point guard position tonight. Let's look at the shooting guard position, and I'm looking at DeAnthony Melton for Memphis going against Milwaukee. Milwaukee is 17th versus the shooting guard position. Melton is 3,700 on DraftKings. He has a projection of 32 for tonight. He gives us 1.08 fantasy points per minute. His minute projection is 32. He is starting tonight. So the reason his projection is so high, while he's a 7X guy tonight, is because of his projected minute increase. He's starting and he's projected to get 32 minutes. That's huge for a $3,700 salary. He will, if he gets his minutes, he easily 7X's his projection. In his last 5, he's given us 21 over 15 minutes, 6 over 11 minutes, 16 over 16, 8 over 12, 14 over 19. So what I'm looking at, his minute projection is 32. That is huge. So that's probably something to kind of watch. Check Twitter throughout the day. He is listed as a starter, and his minute projection is very high for tonight. That's why his fantasy projection is very high. So I like Melton tonight as a shooting guard position. Let's look at the small forward, and we're going to go to the Atlanta versus Minnesota game, and we're going to select Danilo Gallinari for Atlanta. He is 4,200 on DraftKings. His projection for tonight is 24. He gives us 0.86 fantasy points per minute. His minute projection for tonight is 26. In his last 2 games against Minnesota, he's given us 35 and 16 fantasy points. Minnesota is ranked 25th against the small forward position. Minnesota is just not a good defensive team. Let's look at his last 5 games. He's given us 24 over 30 minutes. He's given us 26 and a half over 27 minutes. Basically 29 over 34 minutes, 13 over 26 minutes, and 13 over 8 minutes. So facing a bad defense with a minute projection of 26, I would expect these 26 fantasy points tonight. So Gallinari is someone to look at the small forward position. Let's go to the power forward position. We're going to the Cleveland versus Philadelphia game. We're looking at Kevin Love, who's 5,300 on DraftKings. He has a projection of 27. He gives us 1.35 fantasy points per minute, which is some of the best in the league, one of the best in the league. His minute projection for tonight is 21. His last 3 against Philadelphia has been 19, 33, and 32. Philadelphia ranks 27th against the power forward position. Love is in a good spot tonight as long as he gets his minutes. Let's look at his last 10. He's given us 27 over 20 minutes, 18 over 21, 14 over 16, 26 over 21, 28 over 21. As I mentioned, he gives us 1.35 fantasy points per minute. That is one of the highest in the league, something that cannot be overlooked. And I like Kevin Love in his position tonight as long as he gets his minutes. Let's look at the center position, and we're going to look at Montrezl Harrell for Washington. He's 4,800 on DraftKings. His projection for the night is 25. He gives us 1.17 fantasy points per minute. His minute projection for the night is 21. His last 3 against Brooklyn has been 24, 29, and 14. Let's look at his last 5 games. He's given us 28 over 21. He's given us 28 over 25. He's given us 28 over 21. He's given us 26 over 24 minutes, and he's given us 27 over 18 minutes. So you can see he is producing in his last 5 games. He's had 28 fantasy points in his last 3 in each of his last 3 games. So I like Montrezl Harrell against a defense, a front line of, that is not that strong. And I say Brooklyn is ranked 21 against the center position. So I do like him in this position tonight. Let's do a brief little recap here. At point guard, I like Jordan Clarkson. At shooting guard, I like Anthony Melton, who could really, really easily 7x his salary if he get his projected minutes. His projected minutes for the night are 32. Like Danilo Gallinari for Atlanta, like Kevin Love at power forward for Cleveland, and Montrezl Harrell at center for Washington. So go ahead and hit that like button if my picks help you. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. That would be greatly appreciated. That's all I have for today. Until the next video, peace.